Alrighty, so what is up YouTube? We are back for our week 4 SPD. We got triples on the menu for squat and both deadlift. Today we'll be hitting a heavy single on bench press right up front. I'm not sure really what the goal is there. Last week we hit a 391 at probably like an RPE 8.5-ish. So I mean, I'd be happy. I think we took 407 last block. So either 2.5 below, or I'd probably be happy with it based off how that 391 moved last week. So we're gonna get rolled into the warm-ups right now, and we'll just kind of see how things fly. So I'll see you guys there.
At 220 pounds on the bar, we're gonna be going through the full warm-ups, but today we're looking to hit an RPE 9 top single. We didn't have a range for the day. It was just more or less whatever we felt we could comfortably hit. We've had some decent success as of recently. Bench has been trending back in the right direction. So I've been very, very excited, you know, to actually just start benching heavy again. Me and my coach have had some recent discussions about trying to bring up the load selection for earlier weeks in the block for our primary to make sure I feel more prepared and more comfortable using those heavier loads again, because I will say for a long period of time there, anything above like 374 just felt heavy as shit in our hands. So this is our final warm-up, 380 pounds. Feel like based off that, we took the jump straight to 413 pounds. Now initially the only real problem I have with this, I'm sure you'll see it, but we'll go over it shortly, is I do feel like that pause was kind of quick. Overall though, the rep itself did not feel bad whatsoever. I was very, very happy with the way it moved, and I was very happy with the standard of it until watching the video after. So I'll kind of leave that up to you guys. What do you guys think? Was that a really, really quick pause, or did I have very good control and I would get a quick press command off rip anyways? Hard to say. Moving into squats, again, we had some big numbers to hit here. I really had zero doubts about how the day was going to go. It was just a matter of how my back was feeling going into the session, and it was feeling good. We did have a little injury. I'm not going to call it injury, but we beat up our right knee prior to this session, and it was definitely fucking with me for a couple days, even this day in general. I was having a hard time fully locking out the knee and fully bending it. I was experiencing a good amount of pain on the outside of the knee, but it wasn't preventing us from actually squatting, so I was fine with it. We were rolling. You know, we had goals of coming out with 551 pounds for the triple, and I mean, honestly, looking back at it, I think we underestimated ourselves. I do think me and my coach made the decision to make sure we just secured something at the end of the day, regardless of what we felt that we had in the tank. But as you can see, warm-ups are going really, really well so far. We got 507 loaded up on the bar, and I mean, you'll see it moves really, really well, exactly how we need it to. It flew, so we went up straight to 551, straight to top end range for this week, and man, I'll let you guys see it. I will let you guys see it. I was very, very happy with this, just overall in general, and it really did prove to me that we had what I had in mind in the tank. I talked to my coach, telling him, based off my week 3, I really did feel that I had 562 to 573 in the tank. And as you can see, none of these are very hard. None of these are very hard at all. Like, I think I probably could have done this for another 2 to 3 reps, potentially. The third would have been hard, but definitely 2 more. So I'd probably call that 7.5, 8. And then I actually had called my coach, and I was like, hey, that top set was too easy. Let's do that heavy back down we've been setting ourselves up for. So we loaded up 485 pounds. This is the heaviest back down I've literally ever done. And I tell you what, this moved almost effortlessly. I believe I called this like a 6, I want to say. And I mean, I don't know, I'll leave it up to you guys. What do you think about that? Because I think this shit was super, super easy, and I was incredibly happy with it. Moving on to our last back down, I think we had like 382 pounds or something. Looks like 380 or 386 on there. I can't tell if that's a silver or a black. But we honestly weren't even supposed to be doing a heavy back down. It was supposed to be just 2 sets at the 382 to make sure we didn't take away any performance from our deadlift. But like I said, I called the coach. I had to. I absolutely had to. But overall, squats went fantastic. Going into deadlift, man, I was feeling fantastic. I was actually even more confident in the deadlift than I was the squat. I knew this was going to move well. Like we had some big, like regardless of what we did here, we were hitting a massive PR with the thing. So it really didn't matter what we took. As you can see, we already got 386 in the bar. It's going to move effortlessly, beltless, like no problem. I will say I have a bad habit of like leaning back too far on my warm-ups and just kind of unlocking my knees, but it's not something you see in my top end at all anyways. So nothing to be concerned about. Looks like final warm-up 452 here on the bar. As you can see, easy. And where do we go? 501. This would be a 27-pound triple PR, and as you guys will see, it moves very, very well. I will say first, second rep were absolutely effortless. Going into the third rep, I kind of just got lazy on the eccentric and just kind of dropped the barbell, pulled it from a bad position, and it was still easy. Then once again, had to call the coach. We're doing a heavy back down, 474 pounds for 4. Again, another, so back-to-back PRs for the squat top back down, same thing with the deadlift. I mean, it was just a fantastic session. So I think we finished off with a pretty light one, beltless. Hard to say, let's see. What do we got? That is 342, beltless. Okay, yeah, so super, super easy work on the back downs again. We're just trying to make sure we're not carrying too much fatigue into the next block. And I will say, we felt a little bit beat up. This is about a week later, but incredibly, incredibly happy with how the session went. Alright, so I want to take a little bit of time after that to just kind of go over how I felt about the session. Obviously, we hit some massive, massive PRs across the board. I think that was 7.5 kilos on the squat. We hit 2.5 kilos under our best bench. And then for deadlift, that was 27 pounds, so 12.5 kilo PR there. And I tell you what, we're rerunning another block. I already talked to my coach. We already did week 1 SPD, and we're looking to break these numbers all over again. I'd say minimum we're looking for another 5 kilos across the squat and the bench press, squat and deadlift. But I absolutely think we have room to do more on both sides. I would really, really like to see 573 for the squat, and then potentially 518 to 523 on the deadlift. I think those are both incredibly feasible for us. I mean, things have just been moving incredibly. And if we match the 413 at a better standard, I'd be happy. But hell, if we could hit 419, that would be fucking awesome. I guess we'll just have to kind of see it, how it goes as the weeks come on. But I'm very, very excited for this next block, man. And training's just been going fantastic. I'm really starting to surprise myself. Really starting to get that confidence back in a lot of my performances and stuff. So, like the biggest thing with that is the confidence. It's everything for me, because it's not physically that's not the battle for me. It's all mental. And we had a little bit of a hump trying to get our momentum rolling again after missing that 606 squat attempt at the meet. And I'm finally starting to feel confident with squat. I'm feeling confident with the deadlift. I mean, that never left as of recently. And bench press is starting to make its way around. So we're really, really starting to put some kilos on those volume totals, man. And I tell you what, we're gonna probably run 2 doubles after this, and then straight into singles. And I'm very, very much looking forward, block by block. Like, we have a lot of work to do, and I think I wouldn't be surprised if that heavy doubles block we do is really, really close to my all-time best total. So we got work to do, man, and I'm excited to do it for damn sure. So if you guys did make it this far in the video, I very much do appreciate it. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Really, really trying to push YouTube as of recently. Making sure I'm taking a lot of time to make the extra content for shorts and stuff for TikTok, Instagram, and other platforms as well. And not to mention, I am pursuing coaching actively as well. So if you guys do watch the video and you guys like what you're seeing as far as the progression between me and my clients and everything, you know, it's not a bad idea if you want to drop in those comments, hey, hit me up for coaching. Hey, I want a coach, man. Just let me know.